Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I have made a video because I was working on a new setup, screen and something else. And unfortunately, my entire video and streaming software got deleted. So I had to do that all over again. So I'm a bit late for this month, but I thought it would be because I got it all set up again. And I thought it would be fun to do a finally my completed pages video for the month of August. And I cannot lift it from the desk, but let me try. It is a big stack, and this is 2/3 of it. So I actually did 29 pages in the month of August. I have no idea what happened because I did work full time 5 days a week. So it just happened. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of the stats. So I did 29 pages. 4 of them were body colors. 2 were, of course, my regular prompts and hashtags that I do. I had a group for color along, as you might know. I did 17 untouched books and 4 color by numbers. So especially the 17 untouched books are really exciting. I love doing those, getting those off the list. So let me see if I can take you to the big screen. There we are. And put the whole stack to the side. Let's get some room in here. Let's move this baby to the side and see what we got. Did I put them in order? I tried to put them in order a little bit. Let me get the mic out of the way as well. Let's start with the color by numbers. Let me zoom you in a bit. Not like that. This is Monde Fantastique, and this is a book that is illustrated by Jeremy Mariez. And I picked out a page in my plans, and then along the way I changed my mind. So I did this little guy. Still a little bit trying to get the hang of it. I don't know why it's so difficult to stay within the lines, but this is really detailed as well, because you see all, especially on his fur, all those little spikes. Trying to keep them. I used my Guangna acrylic markers for this one. He turned out great, actually. And what I do is I spray with, because as you can see, there's a little bit of transfer here on the other page. It's not too bad because with acrylic markers it covers everything. But I do spray it 2 times with a varnish. It's a matte varnish that is suitable for acrylic markers. So let's see if that will work to prevent the transfer from one page to the other. There's a little bit of not really opaque, especially with the lighter colors. It's difficult to get rid of the black lines, but it's really fun to do, and I'm having a great time doing the color by numbers. And I got a question because I showed some books on my haul video already. Are these things? These are just cheap covers, book covers you can buy. Please be careful if you get a regular A4 size on Temu or AliExpress. Usually they're a little bit too small. So I found some on Amazon France. So if you want to order covers, please measure correctly how big the book is and take into account, of course, the spine. Otherwise it will not fit and it gives tension on the book. It would just not work. Also a color by number is this one. This is Le Grand Classique tome 11. And this one I started I think in June. In June. This took forever. This was the first color by number I ever did, and I thought, well, let's start easy. Not. I did this one, the Alice page, and this was a lot of work. I like how it turned out. It's not the best I did. There are still some little white spots in there. But after weeks and weeks of coloring, I just gave up. And this is a combination of Guangna and Laguno acrylic markers. Again, I sprayed it with the varnish. But I did have fun. So most work is to find the matching colors. There are also some gel acrylic pens in here, also from I think Langwo, because of the tiny spaces, and that's are the numbers that are here. I do not write it down yet, all the numbers, because I'm just starting and I'm still waiting for my official book tracker, and maybe I will put all the colors down. Last two pages, color by number pages I did were in Looney Tunes Tome 3, and it looks like a double spread. It's not, they're just two separate pages, but it's the same color palette, and I had so much fun doing this one, especially with the Daffy Duck, with the black. That's a Posca black, and it's a great marker. Posca is really good in this, and I just love the thick black outlines. Some colors I struggled with. I even had to throw this one out, this color, because it just didn't go anymore. But I had a spare, so I could finish this page, and I love how this turned out. This is 2 coats, folks. Otherwise, it's not opaque enough to cover up the line art. It still doesn't completely, but great fun to do. And yes, I went down the color by number rabbit hole. So there is more pages to come. You have seen this one. This is my go-to every month. I do a page. Wait, I have to sit straight. I do a page in Any Day. This is for the hashtag AC Any Day, hosted by Amanda Collars. And this month, as you can see, oh, she's coming quite nicely. We did this page. Love this page. These are mostly Ohuhu markers, and I wrote it down somewhere, and I always have to look because it's a long list, and it's not really, yeah, Ohuhu markers, and I did shading with Prismas. I went for the 70s retro color combination, so that's why there is a lot of oranges, reds, greens, yellows in there, and I just love how she turned out. And I say that every video. I have a fixed color palette for Any Day herself, and the rest is all alcohol markers. Really cute. And the next page for the month of September is this page, the bathtub. So looking forward on doing that one. Usually I start with these ones, and my body colors. I have a fixed order. I first finish my body colors, and then I'm doing my hashtags, and then in the meantime I do my membership pages. This one, Frogs and Friends, is also hosted by Amanda Collars and Megan from Max Coloring Corner, and every month they pick a page, and this one, it was the hiker. Again, so much fun. This is just alcohol marker base. Yep, it is. Put in some shading with, let me see, oh, Prismas again. I kind of neglected my Artex, I guess. And I kept it all muted. Browns, muted blues. I thought that was the most appropriate color palette to choose for this one. And this book is also coming along quite nicely. And this is the page for the month of September. Well, this is going to be a peanut butter jelly sandwich somehow. I love the cheese on his head. So much fun, and I think this is not going to be a traditional green little frog. And as we speak, I found a frog in my backyard. It's still there. It's hiding under a wet blanket that I left in the yard during the rain. I'm waiting for my next door neighbor to come home because he has a little pond, and I think he lost his frog. It's in my backyard. Well, it's there, it's safe, and I'm gonna make sure it gets back to where it belongs. But guess my surprise. Moving on. Yeah. This is a body color. This was a body color with my bestie Chelsea. Chelsea, honey, I'll always love doing body colors with you. Having great, great fun. We picked Holdra Folk going on adventures. And we did the Game of Thrones page. And I'm going to put her image here, and she did a fantastic job. I love the hair. It's so white and bright. We had so much fun doing this page. I used, let me see, Ohu's. Yes, of course, Ohu's. And Artex pencils for the shading. What I also did was some gel pens for some light from the candles, and I used a charcoal white pencil. That's how I do the little faint white accents. But Chelsea, I love your page. It turned out absolutely stunning, so thank you for buddying with me. And also, buddy, actually this is our project book with the lovely Chelsea. This is Matchstick Mouse A Big Adventure, and we are already planning something for next month with the body color and for spring, because we are obsessed with Morgan O'Brien, so we need to do more in his coloring books. This is our project book, and we did Rome. And this was so funny because we knew this page actually is going to turn out almost the same, but she managed, this is her page, she managed to do a almost completely different page, changing in the hat. We all chose the same cap, but for the rest, it is a stunning, stunning page. So much fun in this book. And for next month, September, we chose the koala page. I know she already finished hers. I hope to start this one this week or this weekend. So, Chelsea, sweetheart, thank you so much for doing this together with me. Next up is also a body color. This is Flowerscape in Paradise. This is a book by Maggie Anterios. And this is a body color with the lovely, lovely Vera at Zuvera Art. I'm gonna say she's my next door neighbor because she's only 20 minutes away from me. And we chose to do, let me get this one out, the gecko page. And this is her page. Wow, what a gorgeous, gorgeous page. You did fantastic, Vera. Absolutely stunning. Love the color palette. I had so much fun. It was a hard page to do because it was very difficult to look what was what. Now it is colored in, it is easy to see, but when it's not colored in, I had some difficulties following the leaves and the different elements, but I think it turned out quite nicely. It is Prismas, and I did some metallic gel pens in here for the border. Did I do a little bit in the eyes? And for the rest, the background is Posca black. So I'm sorry about the noise. We're still preparing for the event, so kind of lots of noise. I did try to look up a a reference picture of a gecko. And what I found was not all too interesting. They're usually brown sand color, and I wanted a bright color that matches with the flowers. And that is what I love in this book, because you can look up the flowers as a reference on every page, and then you can match that with the main illustration. So great fun in this book as well. Thank you, Vera, for buddying with me. Oh, I need to put my waxy paper in there. Why I use with this wax paper and not with the other ones, because this is all Prismas, and Prismas tend to transfer to the other page. Also buddy color. I'm missing one. Oh no, I found it. This is Fragile World. This is a buddy color with the lovely Steve at Coloring Commander, and we did it was actually a page I did on my stream, and Steve loved to join me and buddy, and this was the big struggle. Oh my, for somebody who dreads all the changing in color and the small elements, this was, yeah, what can I say? Let me put this is Steve's page. Fantastic, Steve. You did a great job, and he is so fast when he colors. I did the turtle I did on the stream. Used also a reference picture in my from my reference book. I have a book from the Smithsonian where there is all plants, animals, mammals, everything is in there. So I used a reference, so that one went really well. And then I had to do all the corals. So I think I used every trick in the book, every color I could find, every pencil set, gel pens, water-based markers, you name it, it is in there. But finished. It is finished. So Steve, I had great fun doing this page together with you. And let's see if I can find which pencil I used. I think it was Black Widows. Not really sure. I'm going through the lists. Oh no, yeah, Chromaflows, Black Widows, gel pens, water-based markers, and I think the background is Neo 2s. So this took me a while to finish, but I'm happy it finished, and I'm actually really proud of it. And my tag is always coming off, so that is useless actually. Fragile World by Kirby Rosens. First, let me get the other buddy colors because they are on the stack. This one, this is Fantasy Animals. This is a book published by Coloring Heaven, and it's illustrated by the lovely Hannah Carlson. This is a body color with the lovely Gemma at color_me_gem. This is ages ago. This is at the beginning of the month, so I thought I really forgot about this one. And we did the lovely mouse page. This was actually quite a quick color. And unfortunately, I did not receive the finished page from Gemma yet. I know she started it already, but hopefully I can show that in my next video. Simple page. I did base with Ohuhu markers and some shading with Artex pencils. There are some black jelly roll glaze in the eyes, and some gel pen, or I never know the difference between a gel pen and an acrylic. I have no idea. For me, it's just a gel pen or an acrylic marker. For some little accents on the flowers and the stems. And I actually do like it a lot. It's fresh, it's simple, and for me, a page like this just does not need a background. I think a background would drown the image. So I'm definitely going to do more in this book, Fantasy Animals by Hannah Carlson. Another body color, this one was a special one and initiated at the end of the month almost. This was not a book body color, but this was a supply body color. I was on the stream, I think it was my own stream. Yeah, I guess, I don't know anymore. And we were talking about pencils, and the Castle Arts Harmonious pencils came up. So decided that Steve, Jess from Coloring Bumblebee, and myself were going to do a body color with just the pencils as the main object. We could pick our own page, and so I did. And I did this double page spread. This is the Dahlia page. Oh, I'm sorry. The book is Flora and Fauna by Maria Troll. Let me put Jess's and Steve's page up here. They also did a fantastic job. I know Jess did hers on the stream. So don't forget to, if you got the time, to look at Jess's stream. I stream on Sunday. Jess streams on, I think, Wednesdays and Fridays. And Steve also streams on a Monday. So it's great fun. We always have a great group on the chat. So if you have time, please join us on our streams. The Castle Arts Harmonious, and this is personal preference, don't get me wrong, but for me there are not so harmonious pencils. First of all, it is a limited color palette, and you have to actually combine them with the other Castle Arts set to make a complete color array. And these colors were fine. I started with these light purples and pinks. I thought, oh, well, that's not too bad. But then I switched to this one. Oh, this was a struggle. They just don't lay down. They don't blend. It varies per pencil. Yeah, not my pencil set right now. So I finished the Dahlias. Why did I pick this page? Because this weekend we have a great event in our town. It's the biggest Dahlia parade of the world. So if you can join in on TV or somehow, I highly recommend it. So I did the Dahlias, the some elements. I did the little girl, but I changed to gel pens on the little butterflies. I know it is cheating, but I was so frustrated with these things. I just couldn't cope anymore, and I wanted desperately to finish the page. And I know Steve and Jess, you both did a great job. Love both your pages, and I had a lot of fun doing it like this. So I think I'm gonna do more body colors just for the supplies that you have to use a certain supply in a page. That sounds like fun. It's something different, but it is a finished page and it is in an untouched book. Next up, this one, Cozy Arrows. Oh yeah, speaking of disasters, sometimes you just have a it was a stream evening and I picked a simple page. I thought, well, let's do a simple page. I was not feeling it. I was frustrated. I don't know what was wrong with me. It was before my vacation. I had 1 week to go from work. I was just not feeling it. So I wanted to try something new. Really, I'm sorry. I am going to show you because this is for me actually the walk of shame. This is not my best work. I tried to save it. The idea was to do the rainbow technique. Is what I did in the tiles on the dance floor. And I guess it looked really nice. But after that, I don't know what happened. It just was not my night. So when the stream ended, I had the floor done and with the decorations done a bit, and I threw this book in a corner and I thought, no, this is never going to happen. But I wanted to finish. So you can hear it, what happened. I finished it with alcohol markers. Then I went off rail with stickles, as you can see in her boots and her little hair bunch. I think it is a sheep. I guessed it was a sheep. It is a sheep. I wanted to give his hair a black because I wanted to do the Saturday Night Fever black hairdo. So all the way stickles on the outfit, stickles here on the outfit, on the decorations. And this is actually Mod Podge Extreme Glitter. Then I put it away again because it had to dry. Pulled it back out and thought, oh, it kind of needs a little bit of shading. So I took out my pencils. I was working on a different page, but I thought, well, let's take out the pencils and put a little bit of shading in there on the little chicks, on the pants, on the dress. Yeah, this is something. It's done. It's finished. Closing the book. Never gonna look at it again. But the book is really fun, actually. It's Cozy Eras by Jade Summer. And this is the first one. And I love this book. So I am going to do another page in this book eventually. Yes. Mythographic Dragon Spell by Joseph Kettenbang. What a fantastic book. And I need to shout out to everybody who has joined the Instagram group, because I think we are at 37 right now. 37 people that all decided to color this gorgeous book. I'm hosting the group together with Vera from Suvera Art. Thank you, Vera, so much for all your help and your support with this group, because I know it can be somewhat a lot of work. But it is a fantastic group of people. Every month, Vera does the randomizer, picks 3 pages, and the group gets to choose which page to color. For September, we picked a Space Timber kind of page, so that's great fun. But for the month of August, we did the Dragon Fruit page. And I did this one. This is the simplest color palette I've done in a long time. As you can see, there are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. No, I'm sorry, 6. That's it. And I did that on purpose. I'm still forcing myself not to go overboard with color palettes. I know it's not all realistic because dragon fruit looks different, but I wanted it this way. And I wanted a frosty dragon. So I took out the light blues and all acrylic white marker over the line arts. I did some shading with what did I do the shading? Let me look. That's dragon spell. Oh, Black Widows. Yeah. Black Widow pencils. They do very well in this book. And you see my book is already falling apart, so I have to be careful. Yeah, stunning. All the pages that are that people have finished are absolutely gorgeous. People are so talented. So if you have this book and if you would like to join us, please send me a message on Instagram and I will add you to the group. It keeps growing. We are 3 pages in right now, so you're still able to catch up. It was the July page. Love that page, and this was the first page we did. So filling up this book, Mythographic Dragon Spell by Joseph Kettenbang. 30 spellbound cloudy scenes by Camilla Inchkova. I am a member, Meadow member for Zoe's membership for Zoe's Cozy Coloring. And every month she picks a page from this book. And because I haven't been a member for that long, I needed to catch up. And I did. So let's start with this one. This is the first, not the first page, but I'm just doing this as a first page. Alcohol markers, chroma flow pencils for the shading, and as you can see, lots of glitter stickers for the wings. Love this color palette. I'm obsessed with the sage green. I really love that color. Let me see what else. Oh, this is the page for September, and I'm one page behind, so I need to catch up. I did this one. Again, alcohol markers, chroma flow. I think I did all 5 in one evening. I was on a roll. I wanted to do kind of a Disney castle. So blue roof, pink castle, some dragons, not too fancy, but I love the way the white paint pen gives the effect of the clouds. And then quite the opposite. I did this one. I wanted to do a nighttime, a little bit more spooky kind of castle. So I pulled out all the dark colors, and it's really scary to color with that much dark colors. But it turned out really great. And this effect of the lighter purple and then here the darker purple, this was actually by accident because I used my Decotime alcohol markers. And what happens that it's kind of when you use one side of the marker, the brush tip mark side, all the ink goes down to that side. And then I flipped it, and then there was almost no ink on that side. So it's the same marker, but I love the effect. Charcoal pencil for drew in the little moons. Also charcoal pencil I can really recommend if you like doing these kind of stars and things and make eerie shading. Look what oh, the camera picks that up. I can actually recommend a charcoal pencil. There is a special pencil sharpener. You cannot use a normal pencil sharpener, or you use a craft knife to sharpen them. Otherwise, it will break because it's very fragile. But you can do a lot of fun things. I did this one. Went for a really bright peachy palette. Sticked with the whole color family with the oranges, the yellows, and the peach, but went off script with the blue swirls. Loved how that turned out as well. And last but not least, I did this one. The little cute, I think they're kind of fairy beings in the rain. Oh, this was a lot of work getting rid of all the line art of the raindrops, but it turned out really nice. I did smudge a little bit. Oh well, you cannot have them all. So really fun. Can highly recommend Zoe's membership as well. Every month do this gorgeous page. She also does color alongs, so check out her channel and see if you want to be a member. Now we come to the category of just to pick a page. I let the randomizer pick pages for me this month. The randomizer picked a Tatiana Bogima-Stolova, nice little town. I have the compilation book, which all the books in here. I did pick a page up beforehand, but changed my mind because I saw this one, and I got an idea, and I thought, yeah, I want to do this one. Really looking forward to autumn and all the fall colors. I love the browns, the yellows. So I already try to sticky stuff up there. And this one turned out so cute. Alcohol markers as a base all the way, and shading with Artex pencils. So this was a untouched book, and if I do categorize all my books, and this is not one book for me. This is all the books separately. So this counts as only number 7 as a touched. Now a touched book. Really cute page. I need to do more in her books. Definitely. Also, I thought, well, I'm doing the Frogs and Friends, but I have more books of Chris Raniak, so why not do another page in another book? And this is Morning Scribbles number 3. And I decided to do this one. This was such a fun page. Not a lot to do actually, but because I wanted a white gray dog. So what I did, I took a really light gray palette for the dog, some pink for in the ears, the green tennis ball, and I wanted his collar to stand out. So I did a bright red, some shading. I wanted to do his teeth a bit more yellow, just to have some fun. Don't know what I did the shading with because I forgot to fill that in. And there is some, I lost the name again. I have a brain fog. Glossy accent, there it is. Some glossy accent on the ball and on the drool. So this is also a fantastic fun book. It's typical Chris Raniak. So much fun. So I'm gonna actually do more pages in his other books as well. This is Morning Scribbles number 3. Next up, 50 Autumn Mandalas by Camelia Angelkova. I revived the Camelia Angelkova color-alongs, and I decided that the randomizer can pick the book and the page. So I have planned another one for September to do, and it picked 50 Autumn Mandalas. And as you know, I actually don't color mandalas that much, but I went for it. Randomizer also picked the page, and that was this one. And I actually had a lot of fun. Simple color palette, wanted to keep it into the greens, the reds, the oranges, and the purples. Not purples. Gosh, colorblind me is not a purple in there. Love how these little ones turned out. I took a reference picture for that one. Kept it fairly simple. Alcohol markers, yes, check. And some white acrylic paint pen and shading. Yes, there is shading in there, but with what? That is always the question. Artex pencils, of course. What else is new? So had a great time doing this. So much fun. And keep an eye on the channel because this month I am going to do another randomized Camelia Angelkova page. Speaking of Camelia Angelkova, it's getting a bit roughed up. This is 50 dragon themed miniatures. I do, as you might know, I have a membership. I have 4 tiers on the membership. You can be a member for 99 € a month. Get fun little perks, badges, emojis, early access for the lower tier is early access to these videos. So if you want to join, please do. There is a link in the description box. And I did for August this fun little dude. Yes, I colored books. I so do not like coloring books, but I did. I'm trying to overcome my fear of coloring books. I wanted to do a traditional green dragon for this page, and this is alcohol marker based. Yes, of course. And I think it's Artex pencils for the shading. And this is so fun to do. I love this. So if you can catch the color along, as I said, if you are a member, you get early access. And after a couple of days, it will be published on the channel as well. I'm so sorry. And this was the July page. So much fun. The June page. So there's definitely going to be another one. And I love this one. It's the first one I did in this book. I love this little guy. Yeah. What is the page going to be for? September? Let me see. Oh, yes. Of course. A Space September themed kind of page. So I have no inspiration yet. Oh, looking at it, I think no inspiration yet. So I need to think about this one. But this is going to be a color along. First on the membership and then on the channel. Speaking of memberships, if you are let me think, you have the magic wand, magic potion, the magic cauldron member, you get everything from the upper tiers. And I also do a color along in various books actually, and I did this one. Well, what can I say? It's not, I don't know, I like it, but then again I don't. I cannot explain it because it was what I had in my mind when I started the page. I wanted to go for maybe a different color palette than usual. I was thinking in first instance on purples, blues, pinks, but no. All the time I'm doing purples, blues, pinks, so I changed up my mind and went for reddish browns and yellows. And then I thought, well, now I have a problem with the kettle and the little teacup. So I kept it gray. Yeah, and I love the little, the greenish yellowish hue on the steam, and I love the gems actually, but I don't like the color of the kettle. Maybe I will change it up eventually, but for now, I like how the background turned out because I'm a fan of the blotchy background. I hope I'm going to redeem myself for the members next upcoming month. But still, you live and you learn. By the way, it's Tales from the Witch's Cottage by Hannah Carlson. And let me think what I have planned for the upcoming month for that membership. Let me see. Yeah, a mythographic. It's Magic Apothecary, and I'm going to do the Sun and the Moon page. That was it. Also, if you are in the highest tier, you also get a monthly color along in this book. This is called Le Monde Enchanté de Lulumeo. This is a compilation book by Lulumeo. And all the pages that are in this book are also in separate other books. So if you don't have this book, no worries. But this is a fantastic book. First of all, I love the quality of the book because it is stitch bound and it can lay flat. And there are some great pages in here. And I did this page. I was still in the summery vibe, so I wanted to do this one. And I was coloring it. I was actually almost finished. And I kept calling them hamsters. But then I looked at the tail. I think they're squirrels. I'm so really sorry. But for the fur color, it does not matter. These are, let me see again, I think Albrecht Dürer. Yep. I did the entire page with Albrecht Dürer. Wet first for basing and then dry. And you can also use, if you don't have the Albrecht Dürer, you can use polychromos if you have them because the color numbers are exactly the same. obsessed with the bowl. Love this color. And for the rest, I used a little bit of acrylic white paint pen for some fun elements, but for the rest, it's only Elbertures. So, fun page. And for next month, I know I said you can choose the page, but it is September. And I asked on the chat, because if you are a member, you are also on the Instagram chat with the entire group, if you would like a themed month. So I picked out this page to do for the membership in line with Space Timber. I need to get this off. Okay. So that is for memberships. This one. Oh yeah, there's a story behind this one as well. It looks like every book that I did, every page I did has a story. This is Witchy Vibes. This is a book by Jade Summer. This is a book with bold, thick line art, easy coloring pages. I showed you the Cozy Eras book by Jade Summer, the disco page. And the technique I used with the whole gray rainbow technique, on the stream, I tried it first. So, during the stream, I was doing this. And I thought, well, this looks kind of nice. Just some grays and then the whole rainbow type of elements in there. And I thought, well, this might even work. Well, it did not do in the Cozy Eras book, but let's forget about that one. But this does count as a finished page. I did finish it off camera, did the entire gray, some little bit of shading in there and some little white accents. But I also did this page and I kind of like it. It's simple. This is really easy coloring and you can make it as difficult as you want to. So I did put in the shading and I love green. I don't know, I'm obsessed with green bottles. I don't know why. So basing alcohol markers, and then I have my fun with some pencils, and I think this is Artex. Yes, this is Artex. Just put in some fun shading, some little white accents with a paint pen, and then you have just a lovely page. And this was eventually a untouched book, so happy with that one in Witchy Vibes. The stack is growing on the other side. 2 to go, folks, 2 to go. Catitude, a stunning new book by Camelia D'Erico. This one was a page for one of my streams. So, this was hilarious. I did this page. Every time the tag is on, it has a mind of its own. I'm going to stick it to the other side. Here we go. And I know my tags have a mind of their own, so I also write the date here. This has become to be known as the Super Steve page. Steve from the Coloring Commander. I don't know why. It started as a joke and it still is really funny, and thank you, Steve, for being a good sport for this one. It is Neo2s for the background, and it started to be really bright, so I decided it needs a bright cat as well, so I picked orange for the cat, also Neo2s. The cape is also Neo2s. Did some shading with Prismas. See if I can find it in the long list. Oh, I didn't write that down. I'm guessing, or Black Widows. Lots of acrylic paint pens for the white, for the getting rid of the line art in the clouds, and then a little bit of grays inside the clouds to give it a little bit more depth. It was a quick page. And we had so much fun. So this is now, from now on, called the Super Steve page. And again, Steve, you are a great sport for this one. So thank you so much. Last page. I always keep the best for last, because this was also a page I did on the stream. Despite some of the epic failures in this stack, this is the one I am really proud of. This is called Microcosme. This is a book by Mathilde Châtelet. Absolutely fantastic book. All insects put under a microscope. And I decided to do what I call the Peaches page. And this is how it turned out. Yeah. Looking at it, I still love it. It is a incredible fun page to do. I did it all with Prismas. Especially the Peaches was not a struggle, but a challenge. And as I said on the stream, once you done one and got the hang of it, it wasn't that hard. So it was a really fun. I'm sorry, my dogs are seeing something outside. It's really funny. I have Chihuahuas, so it looks ridiculous when they're like that. I did soft pastels on the background. And that was this color background. I think it was Jess from Coloring Bumblebee, her idea. So thank you for helping me choose a good color for the background. And I love how this page turned out. Fun to do. Learned a lot again with how to do the pips or the stones, as you call it. Learned that also, stones. Lots of reference pictures, Pinterest, my reference book from the Smithsonian for these guys. And this is one of the pages I am, for this year, extremely proud of. So this is the Peaches page in Microcosme, as we call it, or Microcosme, by Mathilde Châtelet. All right, that was it, folks. 29 finished pages. I plan to do 30 for this month, but I don't know if I'm going to make it because I started late. We are almost an hour in this video. And if you're still here, thank you so much. I hope you like the content. And if you do, you would help me a lot to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want me to do something different, please let me know in the comments, or just kind of let me know. I try to make content that that people like, but if you have other ideas, please let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my buddies for buddy coloring, and for people who have joined in the stream, my members, subscribers. Love you all the bits, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.